What's good? Welcome to First String Podcast. And tonight is our NFL pick show. So y'all know what that means. We're gonna do what we do. We're gonna pick all of our NFL picks and things of that nature. We got our guy Jesse here from Bleeding Burgundy podcast. He's gonna join us today. But I'm going live with all five of us here for a reason, right? Let's find out why.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast Show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, First String is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cash. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Said from the South, so he rep GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in. Like, subscribe, recommend to a friend. Nah, for real, like, subscribe, and recommend this to a friend. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the First String Podcast Show.
Okay, welcome back to First String Podcast. Do not forget to like and subscribe to First String Podcast. Hit the bell to enable alert for new content just like this. The most important part, though, is that you tell a friend to tell a friend about First String Podcast. So, welcome back to our original theme song, music by Dre Royal Beats, and we had Jeff Walker with those lyrics that was there. Hey, did anybody see the baby in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
I
going
like
on?
that.
Yeah.
I like that. You know, we love the kids. You know, we love the kids.
You know,
No,
no,
that
we don't love that baby.
baby.
Not that baby.
That,
That baby.
that means that all cowboy fans are babies? Is that
That
what?
baby was out of order.
What does that
That
mean?
means when we play the NFC East, we sleep good the next night.
Like a baby? Or you are babies?
Like
I'm really lost here.
No, I'm trying to give you some information here.
I think it's because you guys are babies. It's okay.
Jesse, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. I do got a question about that oil leaking. Was that our defensive back room right there? Was that a defensive room?
Well, hey, they have been featured on leaking oil this year.
Oh yeah.
They've been featured on leaking oil for sure. They have absolutely. The question is, will they be there tomorrow? Speaking of leaking oil, listen, do not forget to, if you have submissions for leaking oil, go ahead, say it. Throw that email address up there. Oh, I got it. If you have submissions for leaking oil for this Tuesday's show, hit us at firststringpodcast@gmail.com, and we will try to get that into, we'll try to squeeze that in as well for his leaking oil segment. So
Sure.
They can be college, it can be pros, it can be wherever.
You can all.
But y'all know what we're here to do today.
Pause.
Y'all know what we're here to do today, right? Today we're going to make some NFL picks. We're going to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, lady.
And before we go ahead and start the picks, we got a
disclaimer.
Last week picks, letting us what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
The week 2 picks, as you can see, Lady A is the leader of the week 2 picks, 10-6. And then me at 10-6.
Mm-hmm.
Max, who was on here a week ago, he's 8-7. 2 pick was 7-9, and I was bringing up the other rear. So that being said, for the week, the leader, the updated stats for the week, again, Lady A, 19-13. She hold on to the top spot. You know, me, the back-to-back champion. I'm at
Oh,
500.
my
I mean, I'm
goodness.
coming on strong early. I'm coming on strong early. Back-to-back champions, you know, he back to 500. Two pick, 14-18, and Al missed a week. So he's 7-11. You know, he's sitting in the store trying to get some groceries. Just so you know, that's what we get.
What?
We're gonna do about percentage basis at the end of the year. I think that's gonna be fair. Win percentage.
Just to let you know that, you
No,
know, we're pretty good at this. We do our thing. We pretty accurate.
We do.
You know.
Hey, what are we playing? What are we playing for? Say it. What are we playing for?
Oh my goodness. Here he goes.
Why you would be asking? The back-to-back champion has been holding on for 2 years.
I swear.
Oh,
There
turn
he
it. There
is.
you go.
Goddamn.
You know, so you can see,
There you go.
as you can see, and it's pretty heavy.
Okay.
You know, back-to-back champion.
Okay.
You know, first real podcast, a little football. You know, so you know this is how I do. You know,
You got the,
Mhm.
it's for the belt. And to beat the man, you gotta beat the man. Lady A, you're up.
thank you, Lady A.
I'm up.
Yeah, your disclaimer.
Oh, okay. Hold
Got
on.
you.
I
There it
was
is.
like, what? Oh, thank you. If you or someone you know is facing challenges with gambling, support is accessible. The National Council on Problem Gambling offers various resources such as FAQs, a self-assessment for gambling behavior, details on treatment, and a helpline to link you with local assistance. You can call 1-800-GAMBLER, which is 1-800-426-2537, or you can text 800-GAM. You can also visit them on the web at ncpgambling.org.
Got you. Thank you, Lady A. You know, we didn't say what's up to everybody in the chat yet, but we got Bruce Glass in the chat and we got Cuzzo in the chat. He's texted. We got Bruce Glass. Bruce Glass is here, and we got Cuzzo right there, and he's on that fantasy show. What's up, fam? Well, I got my butt kicked last week, just like I thought, and went on to brighter days in fantasy land. Y'all know, don't forget, y'all can put y'all's picks in the chat with us as we go down this list of. We got 14 picks for you guys today, so let's get started. Jess, our guests always go first. Let me read this line out and get it all going. Our first game, we had the Philadelphia Eagles coming off of a Monday night shocker, going up against the hottest team in football in the New Orleans Saints, who just dump trucked Al's Cowboys. Texas.
That. And I will say, I was at the stadium when we played the Giants, and we saw that final score. Washington and New York fans were hand in hand, hooting and hollering when we saw that nice little butt kicking the Saints gave the Cowboys.
Yeah, they said they shouldn't put the scores up. They said they shouldn't put the scores up when the team is operating in the red zone. That's probably one of the reasons why we got a false start. But
You could be right.
Yeah, let me get back into this real quick. So the Eagles are reeling here. The Eagles are reeling here. Their defense needs to step up. Their defense needs to step up. Their pass rush was lacking. They're taking on the Saints and Derek Carr, who seems to love to throw the long ball. But not only that, but Alvin Kamara and that run game is going to be a force to deal with for the Philadelphia Eagles as well. Let's look at this line. We got the Philadelphia Eagles at +2.5 at even money right now. It's even money. I'm reading the live line right now on ESPN Bet. That's who we're using until the end of September. On ESPN Bet, it's even money right now. Their money line is +130. The Saints are -2.5 at -120. Their money line is -150. The over-under is 49.5. 105 for the over, 115 for the under. Guess go first, Jesse. Who you got?
Yeah, I got the Saints staying hot. I don't like what we're seeing from the Philadelphia, especially their defense. They got a lot of names over there in Philadelphia, but they're not working together. Something's going on, and we're going to, both us and the Cowboys hopefully stay a game ahead. And the Saints get it, laying the points. And I've already got some money on this game now.
Okay, so you got the Saints laying the points. Is that correct?
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
All right, Al, you're up. I got you, Don.
You know what? Amy, how convenient this is the exact order supposed to be picked. Ain't that something? Ain't that something, Lady A? It's zigzag. Exact order. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Al.
You said it's gone to even money in regards to the spread.
Yeah, it's in regards to the spread. Yeah, they're even.
That's weird. Okay, but I'm going to believe what like I said, I'm going to believe what my eyes are telling me. We got beat down so bad. They made me a believer at least for one more week. I'm gonna take the Saints money line.
Okay.
Saints money line. Yeah, this is hard. This is not hard right here. I think until the Eagles show me that they are willing to play some defense, get some pressure on the quarterback, and the most important part is stop the run. I'm going Saints minus the 2.5.
Okay.
Well, pick. The problem wasn't also the defense. The offense was putting them in bad positions. You can only be put in bad positions so many times, then you're gonna start leaking because you've been on the field all day. Let's not forget that Jalen Hurts threw a bad pick. But what's gonna hurt them is the number one wide receiver is not playing. Dun, 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 dun. Everybody else get the doubles. So with that being said, had AJ Brown been playing, it would probably be a little bit closer than 2.5. But he not playing, and New Orleans is hot, and they playing in New Orleans. Give me New Orleans money line.
Okay, so my I don't like going against my source. My source is saying that the Eagles will win, and I personally don't believe that. So of course, when I got the notification from my source that the Eagles will win,
Bruce
I'm
Glass.
no,
Glass.
Bruce is not my source, guys. But my source did say to lean with the under because Philly's defense is a little questionable, but their secondary should be able to do a little something. They'll be able to run the ball. And because of that, because it may be a heavy run game, we'll go ahead with the under.
All right, listen.
I reach 50.
So she said her source is not Bruce Glass, but look at that. Could it be Droopy's your source?
He said money line.
Could it be
My
Droopy?
source actually said, well, so first of all, my source had it at 3. So my source said Eagles plus the 3.
Could it be Droopy's source? I don't know. We'll find out.
No,
We will find out. We got to take that one off. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Next game. There we go. Oh, okay. Here we go. I got a delay going on or something. Our next game is the New York Giants versus the Cleveland Browns. All right. The New York Giants, Daniel Jones, they're struggling bad. The one thing that they do have is a dynamite wide receiver, Malik Neighbors. Their running game may leave a little bit to be desired, but then again, it could have been Washington's run defense that left a little bit to be desired. Because their running back did a great job versus us, not so much the week before. The Cleveland Browns are without their tight end Njoku this week. Deshaun Watson's back. He was focused. He was really focused last week. And with how bad the New York Giants are playing and the Cleveland Brown defense getting better, here's how the lineup reads. You got the New York Giants plus 6.5 at minus 110. Their money line is plus 250. The Cleveland Browns are minus 6.5 at minus 110. Their money line is minus 300. The over-under is only set at 38.5. 110 for the over, 110 for the under. Jesse, who you like here?
I mean, obviously, I like the Browns here. I would probably stay away from betting this game, but if you twisted my arm, I would take the Browns money line. I'd also maybe look at the over/under and possibly take the under. And Squeaker, I think this is going to be a low-scoring defensive type of game. I don't like the Browns' offense, and obviously the Giants' offense isn't that great either. But give me the Browns to win.
Yeah, you could have just gone with the over/under, whichever way you wanted to go there. If you didn't want to pick a side, you could have done that too. Banger 7575187 sounds like you should be locked up right now. But thank you for being here, of course. He says Myles Garrett is hurt this week. He says Myles Garrett is hurt this week. So that could be one of the possibilities something going on with him as well.
Is he? Let me see.
Yeah, I don't
have it listed.
So he's not on the injury report. Okay.
No.
Well, my source told me that the Cleveland money line is an easy pick, but I called the Sharks.
Okay.
And they told me that it's of a team. For the first time in a long time, a team that scored 3 touchdowns and allowed no touchdowns and lost a game is a very rare situation. Which means I think the Giants are better than people are giving them credit for. Not good because they really outplayed you all, but they lost. So I got the Giants. I'm gonna take the Giants and take that 6.5 points and say I think they're gonna keep it close if they don't win.
Hey, said Al thought he was going to be out there by himself, right? He thought he was going to be on that island by himself, right? He thought he was.
I do,
but he's not.
I had my token that ready.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not, right? Because I like the Giants to just outright beat Cleveland. Remember, the Cowboys went into Cleveland. They went into Cleveland and beat them, and we thought the Cowboys were great. I suspect that the Giants are going to go in there, especially mad from what this loss that they took last week, correct a couple of things, and win this game.
And have a
Giants money line. Oh, yeah, they're definitely going to have a kicker this week.
Really?
For the win. Give me them for the win.
Look.
that's strong.
Hey, hold on.
I argued with him. That's what he wanted.
I got a caveat though, because remember, week 1 I picked the Giants also, right? I picked the Giants week 1. If
Really?
this weekend they lose, I'm probably off the Giants for the rest of the season.
Okay.
Come on, Dabo, do your thing.
Okay, so with that being said, we're not listening to Pitt. First of all, you're not gonna listen to Pitt. First of all, let's start there. No, for what I was telling you guys is that it seemed as if something awakened Watson at the end of the game against Cowboys. If you notice from the end of the third quarter to the fourth quarter, after he took that hit, it's like he was focused. They started driving the ball better. He started hitting his wide receivers. They started running the ball better. And then it came out of the last game and they executed just that way. Jerry Jeudy from the Denver Broncos ended up being the number 1 receiver during that game. And let's not forget now, they still got a space eater on the other side over there, that you had to respect him because of his speed. So now you have 2 wide receivers legitimate to watch out for. Now I heard you said that Njoku was out, they got Akins on there and they got Blake Weinhardt at tight end. It ain't gonna make a difference. They only gonna get a dump down anyway, which is what they did in the last game. He just got a little dump down. He gonna get rid of the ball because he got plenty of targets. I got Cleveland winning this game. My only thing is whether or not I want to go with the -6.5 on money line because the Giants they be kind of iffy sometimes. Sometimes they'll show up and then just lose it at the end. So with that being said, just give me Cleveland money line.
Okay.
Understood.
I'm going with Jesse.
Easy way out. The easy way out.
Yeah, he took the easy way.
So
He sort of stares.
It's an easy win.
Right.
All I'm saying, look at your record and look at my record. And then
It's games like this that'll have me catching you.
no.
you said it last year.
That's why I said no. It's not games like this, Pitt. It's not. It's okay though. It's okay. You just had a bless your heart moment. Like, ooh.
That money line was strong. That money line was strong. I would have took that money line was a strong pick. I'm gonna take it there, but I just give me the points. If they lose, I still want to cover.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say my source told me to take the Browns minus the 6.5. However, I'm not really a believer in either team. Okay. But one thing I will say is the under cashed in last week for both of these teams. I'm going with the under.
Got you.
Lady 8.
Yes.
Lady A.
Yes.
I know you like taking the unders. This
No, I
might
like
not
taking
be
the
this
over,
might
really.
not be the game you want to take an under in. I'm just
That's
saying.
what y'all told me
But
on
here's the
Thursday night.
thing.
Oh,
I'm just
so
saying.
that what you just
So-
said. Leslie go with what she
So
This
keep
might not
in
be one of the
mind-
games you want to take under in. I'm-
But see,
Yeah,
I really
really,
feel like I'm gonna
really.
number one, I'm gonna recommend to everyone that the Browns probably will win. However, I am not confident in these teams. However, I do feel like it's going to be a low scoring game. Look at the games last week for both of them. So you have two teams that score on the low end of the stick, and here we are.
The defensive teams that played. The defensive
both
squad.
defensive. They're both defensive teams, really.
They wanted to do against two different defensive teams.
Right.
But I got what you're saying. I just
Mhm.
I don't think it's gonna be. I think
I feel like New York's defense. I mean, I feel like they did okay. We are at fault for not scoring, but I feel like their defense is okay. The Browns' defense is okay, and neither one of them. I'm not a fan of their offense all that much. I probably would favor the Browns more than the Giants.
I just believe that you know, and watching Watson that he's tuning up.
Yeah.
That
He
he's
could
getting
be,
better each game.
but will New York show up? Because you need both of them for the over under. So you see what I'm saying? So it's I don't believe it. So this may go under.
Okay, I can go. I got you.
This is why I stay away from this game. I'll pick the Browns to win, but
Yeah.
the other lines are too iffy. I don't like the 6.5. I think that's a little bit too much
That's a whole
because
touchdown. That's a
you
whole
just
touchdown.
don't know what's going to happen because the Browns got a good defense. I think the Giants are hit and miss, depending upon what quarter you're playing, to be honest with you. It's just a game I just stay away. So I wouldn't put no
I
money on this
agree.
thing.
I agree.
I can agree with
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Let's move on to our next game. We got the Green Bay Packers without Jordan Love. Malik Willis will be starting again, who threw a total of 11 passes last week. He was 9 for 11. They ran the ball heavy. They played ball control, and they got a win. Versus Tennessee Titans, who they're 0-2. They're starting to get tight. They lost a game that they shouldn't have lost the first week. Their quarterback is turning the ball over at a great clip, and their defense is trying to keep them in games. All right, trying to keep them in games. Let's look at this line really fast. You got Green Bay at +3 at -111. I'm sorry, -115 at -115. Their money line is +130. The Tennessee Titans are -3 at -105. Their money line is -150. The over-under set at 37.5 because both of these teams want to run the ball. The total is 110 for the over, 110 for the under as well. So it's 110 both ways right there. Two ball control offenses here. Jesse, how you going?
Yeah, this is another one of those games. Now, has Jordan Love officially been ruled out? Because I haven't seen that.
From what I
Still
heard
probably-
yesterday, Jordan
Still
Love is out.
All right. Well, I ain't gonna put no money on Will Mayonnaise Levis. I'm going to
Lost.
I'm going to take the Green Bay money line. I don't like the Vikings. The Titans offense. I think Levis is not a very good quarterback whatsoever. I think Green Bay has a better defense, and I think Green Bay has a better running game. So give me Green Bay
Money line. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Al.
All right, me. I think Green Bay is going to run the ball a lot, which is going to push for the under. I think Tennessee has a pretty good defense actually, and I think Levis. I know by experience, Levis is getting yelled at a lot in practice to stop losing the ball game. Tennessee can actually score. So in saying that big circle I just talking to, I'm going to take the Tennessee over because I thought it was 38.5. I know it went down to 37.5. And I think that point's going
It's
to make a
37.
difference.
37.5. 37.5.
I saw 37 too.
Yeah. So give me the over in that game because I don't know who the hell is going to win, but I just think the game.
So we're going to 37.5 or the 38.5. Which one?
He wants the over. 37. It's at 37.
Over.
Okay,
37.
right. 30, so we're going to 37.
37.
Yeah,
That's what it's at.
I'm
That's
just-
the current. It changed.
I'm getting an update.
Yeah, you know, I'm only reading the live lines. I'm reading the live lines right now. So what I have in there, you know, I put it in 15 minutes before the show started. The live lines right now is at 37.5, which is what we're going to go with. We're going to go with the 37.5. Put me down for that over as well. I took an under on a Thursday, but that's because players' bodies don't have time to heal. But this is Sunday, so they have that extra giddy up. So put me down for an over, please and thank you. Don't shake your head, Ed. It's your go.
You're killing me. You're killing me. It surprised me how well Malik Willis played last week. They utilized his strengths in the game that he was playing in. It really did. I'm not gonna beat the bush on that. It really did. It really surprised me a lot. Can they do the same thing against Tennessee? Tennessee got a lot of stuff they got to work on. Mainly with Levis, giving away the passes and giving away the ball in the fourth quarter. I think I'm gonna go with Green Bay +3.
The Malik Willis revenge game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Even though he said the absolute right things when asked that question,
Sure. Yeah.
he was class act with his response and his reply to that question.
okay, so I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Please.
On my spreadsheet, I had the over.
Mm.
I am changing it.
This is because of me and you pick. Go ahead.
You said what?
This is because of me and pick.
We got to catch up somehow. So let
I'm
her
just
change.
saying.
I'm
I'm
Thank you,
changing
Drew.
that.
Thank you, Drew.
Everybody came out with winners. So you got a
So
coup.
I'm going to go ahead and go against the grain. Titans money line. I feel like this game is going to be close. Like maybe like 1 point. So I'm just gonna take Titans money line.
And he go with the Titans. Julius will thank you with 88.
Okay. Yes, he will.
Yeah. Our next game, we got the Chicago Bears and the Indianapolis Colts. Caleb Williams is coming off of a beating at the hands to the Houston Texans. That defense was all over the place, and I'm pretty sure he was seeing ghosts. The Indianapolis Colts are feeling about the same way. Anthony Richardson, his inaccuracies are starting to catch up with the Indianapolis Colts. Will they turn to their running game this week versus the Chicago Bears? The Chicago Bears have a very, very good defense, which keeps them into games when they're not playing teams where they can pretty much get overpowered and their offense is not staying on the field so that they are not worn out. The question here is, which Anthony Richardson is going to show up, or will Heisman winning Caleb Williams shows up that gets the ball out of his hands so that he doesn't take sacks and hits? Let's look at the line. We got the Chicago Bears as +1 at -110. Their money line is actually even right now. Their money line is even. The Indianapolis Colts are -1 at -110. Their money line is -120. The over-under set at 43.5, 115 for the over, 105 for the under. 115 for the over, 105 for the under. All right, Jesse.
This is a sexy game on paper. You got two young, promising quarterbacks, but on the field, I don't think it's going to be. It's both offenses are really sloppy right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to take the under in this game. Was it we just at 43.5?
43.5.
Yeah.
I do like Chicago's defense a lot. They haven't played great yet so far, but I think they'll put it together. And I don't like that Keenan Allen is going to be missing from this game too. And Caleb Williams, he's going to have to show up sometime or another.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's this game to settle him down. But yeah, this is a toss-up game for me, straight up.
Okay, Al.
Yes, a lot of things Jesse said. I'm I'm still a Caleb Williams believer. I think it's just growing pains early. I think um, I think the quarterback from Indianapolis coach is still more promised than product. I think he's still a project in a lot of ways. He has good games. He's hit and miss. I think the Bears are just a better team right now. The coach defense is awful. I hope Chicago runs the ball because I think Indianapolis could give up almost over 150 yards a game rushing. So
Mhm.
I think if you're gonna give me a point to the better team, I think I'm gonna take Chicago with the point. So give me Chicago +1.
All right. So Al, I like your premise that the Indianapolis Colts run defense is pretty terrible. The problem is Chicago hasn't tried to establish the run with DeAndre Swift. They keep forgetting about DeAndre Swift. They do have the better offense, but one of the best players on their team is DeAndre Swift, and they just will not give him the ball, as he runs the ball. And if they are going to win this game, they're going to have to hand that ball off to bring the safeties up so that they can hit them over the top, or go to the quick game with Caleb. But you can't just sit here and ask a kid to win this game for you. So give me the Indianapolis Colts defense with an anytime touchdown.
Okay.
No, we can't do that.
Okay. Throwing it out there, Bubba.
That was a nice try, though.
Let him have that, say, because that's
No.
loss to be on score.
No, really. I just wanted y'all to catch that one real fast. Listen, I think the Bears are going to pull this out. Give me Bears money line.
Okay.
But I do think the Colts defense is going to score. I think they're going to take one back. Fumble.
Say it. Stop it.
Something. Come on, say it.
Say
You know
it.
what,
Don't say it. Don't.
Sometimes,
Just go ahead.
I already know what you're gonna do before you're gonna do it. If it's,
You already wrote it down?
I already know what you're gonna do before you do it.
Yep.
I already had you
And
written
he
down.
just be talking.
And I was like, nah, I said he ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it. Put it back on the coach. Nope. Exactly what I thought he was gonna do. Caleb Williams is not playing well.
He's not. He's not.
They should have
Honestly,
lost
he's
the
not.
first game against Houston, if not for the defense.
The
The
defense. You're
scored more
absolutely right.
points, more points than the offense did.
Yep.
They should have lost that game. He is not
Yep.
playing well. He's getting a taste of what Justin Field was getting while he was there. He's getting blindsided. Offensive line ain't doing nothing. He running for his life. Justin Field been doing it for 3 years. Guess what? The Colts gonna give it to him as well. And I think him being at home, sleeping in his bed, he gonna get recharged. I think Richardson shows because remember, once he got settled in last year, he got better going down the last
No,
few
he
games
didn't.
before he got
He
hurt.
He got hurt.
He was on the IR.
Let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to what I'm saying, before he got hurt, he was one of the highest fantasy players going down the stretch
True.
because he was putting up points, running the ball, passing
Yeah.
the ball, and scoring touchdowns by running. He
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
until he got hurt. He was one of the hottest quarterbacks. They regrouped on him. He played at home. Give me
Said,
the Colts money line.
you made me change my
Matter of fact,
pick.
you know what? Give me
Oh,
the Colts
my
minus one. I'm gonna take the -1.
Said, you
I think
made
the
me
Colts
change
will
my
win this
pick.
game.
Listen, give me the Bears defense for an anytime touchdown. That
What-
inaccuracy.
we're not
that
doing that.
inaccuracy.
We're
Oh,
not
we
doing
can't
that.
do that. Okay, you're right.
Okay. Don't
So-
be coming halftime. Tell me what your record is.
So I'm say it. I feel like you just let them do what they do. Okay. If Pick want to go off on a tangent and then make his pick, and we're like, what? Let him do it. That's fine.
You said that Thursday too, so I appreciate that.
Put your hand up against the screen. That's like close you can get to it. Hand on the screen. There you go. Touch it.
So, all right. So let me just break it down. Okay. Richardson, Williams. Richardson is proving himself more than Williams right now. Williams has a 56.1 completion rate, and none of the Bears players have more than 60 rushing yards. I do not feel that they will be able to move the ball, and I'm going to go ahead and take the Colts money line.
Al pointed right at it.
Yeah.
Al pointed right at it. Colts money line. All right. We got the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. We got two undefeated teams here. Somebody's going away with an L on this week right here. The question is, will Sam Darnold turn back into his old Sam Darnold where he's seeing ghosts? And don't forget, this Houston defense is really, really good. Not to mention that CJ Stroud's pretty good and all of those weapons that he has. This is what you should do when you have a rookie quarterback show that he is worth investing in, when you go out and put the pieces around him now so that you don't waste that rookie contract when you can build out the rest of the team. That's what Houston's doing. Will the Vikings defense be able to keep up with all the weapons? Will Joe Mixon have a bounce back game after a bad game last week versus Chicago? These are the questions that will be answered. Let's look at this line. You got the Houston at -2 at -110. Their money line is -125. The Minnesota Vikings are +2 at -110. Their money line is +105. +105 at +2, -110 is their spread. +105 is their money line. The over-under set at 46.5, 105 for the over, 115 for the under. Jesse, who you got?
Yeah, who would have thought, a month ago we'd be sitting here saying that that Sam Darnold against CJ Stroud would be one of the games of the week, but here we are, and I credit Kevin O'Connell for that. He does wonders with quarterbacks. Of course, I'm going with the Texans in this. I'm going to lay the points, and I'm also taking the over in this game as well. I think even though that both Texans and the Vikings have really good defenses, I think this is going to be a shootout type of game. I'm going to hammer the over, to be honest with you. But yeah, definitely Texans.
Wait,
-2.
Wait, is Justin Jefferson, is he good?
Questionable. I think he's not listed as out. So
Addison is out, but Jefferson I think is definitely playing.
Jefferson's not listed. He's not listed.
Jefferson is not listed. I'm just saying, if Jefferson doesn't play, that changes the whole dynamic of this
Sure
game right here, because you're
And
out
I
to
think
1 and 2 receiver.
Yeah, your spread would go up too as well.
So pay attention tomorrow to this game. When those 20, 30 minutes before the game kicks off, if Justin Jefferson has some sort of setback out, you're in there.
Oh man, this is a funny game for me. Because I got a quarterback, I got Minnesota defense, which loves the blitz, against a quarterback who's best against the blitz. And CJ Stroud. I love the over in this game, but I also love a Houston money line pick because I just think they're going to play better down. I trust them more for 4 quarters than I trust Sam Darnold in Minnesota. So between the over and the Houston money line, so I'm gonna, if I gotta lay, if it don't cost me nothing the same, I'm gonna take the money line with Houston because I like I said, it doesn't cost me anything not to lay the point. So I'll take Houston money line in this pick.
Say, what did you write down for me already so I can know which way I'm supposed to go?
I put the under.
Nope. All right, I'm going Houston -2.
Okay.
It's less than a field goal. Give me Houston -2. No need to explain.
Yeah, no explanation needed. I think Houston's the better team. I've been waiting for the old Sam Darnold to show up. I will say this. I'm gonna say this now. If the Vikings win this game, I'm gonna have to get on the Sam Darnold bandwagon. I'm sorry.
Me too.
I've been staying away for a while. I've been taking elbows trying to get away from it. Roped it off and everything. But if Sam wins against Houston, I give him all the credit he deserves, and I'll start picking the Vikings to win. But until then, give me Houston.
I'm gonna be what Jesse said. I think it's more of a Kevin O'Connell. So I'm gonna be on the Kevin O'Connell bandwagon than I will be with Sam Darnold. I think I trust that boat not to sink a lot later than that Sam Darnold. But
you put Darnold anywhere else, and he sees ghosts.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget, Houston's defense is one of those defenses in the NFL that does have a lot of ghosts in there.
But I hate going against a home dog, though. I swear, dude.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this. You guys keep talking about Sam Darnold. He's actually the reason why I made my choice. He had 2 interceptions this season so far. I feel like some pressure is going to be put on him, causing him to make mistakes, and I think that that's going to be costly. I'm going to take Texans money line.
All right, going against your source again. Got you.
No, I did not go against my source. I went with my source.
Droopy said Vikings money line.
Well,
That's what
because Droopy's not my source. I mean,
Yeah.
you have
We're
all
gonna
these
find out.
conspiracies. How about this, Pitt? Instead of the conspiracies, just try to like fix your picker. Just
Dude,
fix your
It's messed up.
the man named Toothpick got to get a better picker. I ain't heard it all yet. Come on.
Never thought you would see it, huh?
Yeah, right. We are 6 games into our 15 games. Thank you for watching First String Podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to First String Podcast. Hit the bell to enable alert for new content just like this. The most important part is that you tell a friend to tell a friend about First String Podcast, and we do appreciate you guys. And don't forget our show on Tuesday. Follow me on Twitter at toothpick_01 to find out who our guest is, because I'm not announcing our guest until the day of the show this Tuesday. So there you go. Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually Toothpick 74. Toothpick 74 is my handle.
I need you to know what your
Hey.
Twitter is.
My Twitter, that was probably my other handle on there. So yeah, whatever. All right. Let's get to this game here. We got the Denver Broncos. Taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers down in Florida. Let's talk about this game here. Last week, Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went into the Ford Silverdome? They went into Ford Field. It's Ford Field, and just did what they wanted to do to the Detroit Lions.
Applause.
The Denver Broncos and Bo Nix and Sean Payton are trying to prove something that is not quite working. Their defense is okay, but then they get wore out, and Tampa's going to wear that defense out. Tampa runs, they pass, they do what they need to do. No, say it. Stop it, man.
What?
Al just straight left. Al was like, I'm out of here. So
I didn't want you all to see my face, but go ahead.
we do know that Bo Nix's passing yards are really close to the line of scrimmage, and Todd Bowles is already blitzing right now. So let's look at this line. We got the Denver Broncos at -6. The Denver Broncos are +6 at -110. Their money line is +220. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are -6 at -110. Their money line is -270. The over-under is set at 41.5. Even for the over, -120 for the under. Even for the over, -120 for the under. All right.
Let me throw a little caveat out. Vita Vea
Jesse.
won't be playing.
It's a lot of
Vita
people
Vea
that won't be playing.
Yeah.
I don't think Vita Vea is going to matter in this situation. I am riding the Buccaneers train all the way to the playoffs. I love the way I think Baker has found a home in Tampa. Give me the Bucs laying the points. I don't believe in anything the Broncos are doing right now. Bo Nix is just. I think Peyton just went out on a limb on that one. Yeah. Buccaneers laying the point.
Okay. Al,
Absolutely.
hold on. Al,
I'll even go. I'll even go as far as say I think the Bucs are going to win by at least 10.
Oh, nice. Al, before you give your pick, it says John says I've arrived. I'm heading back to Georgia from Maryland. I still haven't had mumbo sauce yet.
Right.
Al, Lady A, I'm gonna let y'all address that, because one of the first things I did when I went home was I went and got me 4 pieces of chicken, fries, and mumbo sauce. I don't know what you did, John.
Well,
What's going on, John?
He's just eating bad places, I guess. He doesn't want to eat premier places. That's all I can say. That's unfortunate, but to each their own.
Got to get you some of that mumbo sauce. Got to get you
You
some
need
of
to
that.
ship it to him or something. What's going
Yeah, we're
on,
going to have
John?
to do something, John. Yeah, you're going to have to send me your address. We might have to get you some mumbo sauce in the mail. Okay, Al, give us your pick, bro.
Oh, I'm like I said, I'm kind of this is I'm not a Sean Payton believer. Um, and like I said, I'm being forced by his play to become a Baker believer. He's almost going to come back player of the year twice. For 2 years, for the year removed, comeback player of the year, he should get it too. The way he's leading the team, probably a dark horse MVP early this far. I'm going to, like I said, I'm just going to take Tampa Bay money line because it doesn't cost me anything to take the money line versus laying the points. So I think Tampa Bay. I'll be surprised if Denver wins. I think Sean Payton's trying to recoup some draft picks and go higher in the draft and get some better players. But Tampa Bay money line, give it to me.
Say it. He wants Tampa Bay money line. Go ahead, give me Tampa Bay minus the 6, please.
All right. Apparently, you ain't been doing your homework because had you been doing your homework, you know that's the reason why it's 6 is because that's what Broncos have lost by.
Yep.
They've been in every game.
Yep.
And
Who they played though?
Yeah, they played
that
the
part right
Steelers and they played the Seahawks. Steelers have awesome defense. So does the Seahawks.
2 undefeated teams.
And they put up more points on the Seahawks than they did on the Steelers. So
Yeah.
that being said, give me the Broncos plus that 6.
But say it. Todd Bowles,
Wilson ready.
I told you right now, is sending the blitz.
Okay.
Go for it.
It makes me feel a little funny agreeing with Tupic on this. But,
It's too late, Jesse.
but I'm gonna stick with it.
Tell y'all.
I'm with you. We understand completely.
Y'all are gonna stop disrespecting me when I had this run that I'm about to go on.
Pick you. You're not
It's
winning
okay.
though.
It's
You're
not
not
a
winning.
He's 0-2 in our fantasy league too. Just putting that out there.
What?
What I tell you, I told
Go
you,
ahead and check your squad.
man. My whole team has been getting injured. My whole team. I just lost Pacheco.
That
this
is
week.
true. That is true.
Goodness gracious.
Like,
Well,
I have like 7 people on injured reserve.
it's not a surprise because Pick did inform us that he was going to get his butt kicked. We heard, but
Yeah.
I will say, let me say sidebar. John, mumbo sauce has always been a thing. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that from either.
I've always eaten mumbo sauce.
Mhm.
In the 80s, it doesn't matter. Even though I'm
Yeah.
35, guys, I just let you know. But anyway, I'm with you. Say it. We're on the same page. As far as not necessarily for the Broncos, though, I'm not necessarily a believer. It's the Bucks. The Bucks has a very long list of injuries, so that is why I would not take them with the spread. However, I'm just going to go ahead and take the Bucks money line because I do feel that they're going to win. I don't have confidence that they're going to win by 6.
With that
Okay.
being said, as I said
go.
prior to
Go
Lady
ahead,
making
say
her
it.
pick,
Go ahead, say it.
what?
A man on an
I got
island.
shorted.
Is-
Who
No,
shorted?
it didn't.
Nobody shorted you, said.
Now it's short.
I got the whole thing that time. Pause.
Okay, that's weird.
It was
So
short. I saw it.
my man Tony here, he said Bo Nix got to show he can run an actual offense before I bet on him. This is true, Tony. This is true. This is so true. Our next game is the LA Chargers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Los Angeles Chargers, that is, versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. And before we all say they just played Carolina and then went back home, they stayed on the East Coast this week. They stayed on the East Coast so that the players can get used to being on this time zone for this 1 o'clock kickoff here. All right. So it's not an East Coast to West Coast thing. They stayed out East this time. So the Chargers are a ball control offense as well. Herbert is a little banged up going into this game. Pittsburgh's defense is, as you know, still still doing their thing, causing people turnovers and confusion and a lot of things like that. Justin Fields is starting to progress in this offense as well. He hit your boy Pitts. I'm sorry, not Pitts, but oh my God, what's your guy's name from Georgia? Say it.
Darnell Washington.
Picking.
He hit
Darnell
Washington on a touchdown last. He hit Washington on with a touchdown last week, and then he hit your big receiver
George
for Pickens. There we go.
They got called
Pickens
back
for a
with
couple of deep. It did. It got called back, but he hit him deep, which is a great thing. Thank you. It's showing that they're starting to get that timing together. Besides, we're 3 weeks into the season right now. Let's look at this line. The Chargers are plus 2.5 at minus 105. Their money line is plus 120. The Pittsburgh Steelers are minus 2.5 at minus 115. Their money line is minus 140. The over-under is only set at 34.5. This is 2 ball control offenses. 115 for the over, 105 for the under. So those are switched now. The over-under here, they're switched now. I had it at 105 and 115. They've switched them. All right. Jesse, who you got, man?
This all depends on if Justin Herbert's playing or not. I think he's a big question mark for this game, I believe.
Ankle. Last time I checked this morning, he wasn't playing this morning.
It's still questionable. Yep.
And it's a money line either way. I'm going to take the Steelers money line if Herbert doesn't play, and if he does play, I will jump that over to San Diego, LA.
All right.
Go ahead, Pete.
So yeah, Al will be right back. We'll grab his pick here in a minute. Droopy said Pittsburgh money line, and then John said always bet on Tomlin, which I'm just going to follow that simple. Listen, I like what Jim Harbaugh is doing. He's running the ball. J.K. Dobbins is an amazing running back.
Dobbins on fire.
I think this defense is coming out to stop him first because I don't trust the wide receivers for the Chargers. I don't trust them. You got rid of some legit wide receivers. They were older in the league, but I just don't trust the wide receivers. I think Justin Herbert's going to have to play big time if he does play. Give me Pittsburgh money line as well. I'll take Pittsburgh money line. Al.
Hold on a second. Yeah. Jesse, it says that Herbert did not practice Friday.
He's probably out.
He said he did not practice Friday, and his status for Sunday is very much in doubt.
Yeah,
that was 3 hours ago.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. I think yesterday, or that was the latest that I heard too. So yeah, definitely on Pittsburgh then.
After that.
Was it Easton Stick? I think is
Easton Stick. Easton Stick is the backup.
Yeah. Yeah, no way. I'm picking the Chargers now.
Al, what you got? Talk to me.
Well, you know me. This is an easy pick for me. I'm a homer. I go with my homeboy, my home guy, my teammate, my buddy. I'm Pittsburgh money line. I don't care how many points, as long as they win. The standard is the standard. Like I said, and like you said, let's keep the ball rolling. Give me Pittsburgh money line.
Okay. I've been hitting this dude in the head all week long. He's a Pittsburgh fan and complaining about how he didn't like Justin Fields. So then I was on him. Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
This is what I told him. He just looked at it. Did you watch the game? I said, because if you watch the game, you saw him throw that ball on the run and hit a guy in his hands on the run. Did you see it? Now, it's not his fault the guy was holding. Well, they was calling tick-tack stuff anyway. It shouldn't be called holding no way, but, it is what it is. I say, did you see the quick out he threw where the guy scored a touchdown that was also called back from holding? So they should have had more points than what they did. You know what I'm saying? They should have had more points than they did. The thing is, they like the way he's run this offense, and they are starting to open it up more with what Justin Fields does best. That's one thing our old head coach could do, from time to time. But there are times like, but anyway, and the fact that they threw the ball to Darnell Washington last week for a touchdown put everybody on notice. because he barely got the ball last year. And this year, now you have a quarterback, an offensive coordinator who doesn't mind putting the big man out into a pass pattern. The guy has soft hands. I already wrote mine down when the first popped up there. Give me Pittsburgh money line.
I got a question for the crowd here. Do we think that Tomlin is keeping Russell in that quote unquote injury because he is liking the way that Fields is progressing?
I think so. They have Russell listed as questionable right now.
I always thought that it was going to. I thought they were going to start off with Russell anyway, and wind up going to Justin Fields, once Russell proves that he's washed. It just happened so that he was hurt, and Justin could get better. Russ is going to get worse.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think it was helpful that Russ was a little banged up. That made the decision a lot easier. And I think the more that Justin plays, it makes the decision to stay with him easier. I think the upside with long term with the Fields is longer, but I actually thought Russ had something left in the tank. Now it's interesting to see what he can do with Arthur Smith's offense and a new venue. But as long as he stays hurt, as long as Justin stays winning, it's gonna make it an easier decision.
And I think as well. I don't think he's holding him out because Tomlin came out and announced Wilson as a starter.
Yeah.
Even though when you listen to the people as the reports came out of camp that Justin Fields was hot and heavy and he was doing what he was supposed to do, he still named Russell Wilson the starter.
Yeah. And see, that's my question with the whole thing. Even the last, I think we heard from Tomlin, maybe it was last week or something, is that Russell's still hurt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But he's listed as questionable, so it's like
he'll be dressed. He's going to be dressed as an emergency quarterback anyway.
Yes.
He'll be dressed as an emergency quarterback.
I think that they found a chemistry that they like what Justin Fields is doing. They found a little bit of chemistry because him being able to run, him being able to pass, him being able to find people, that they think that if they throw Russell in there, he's going to have to rebuild some of the chemistry with some of those players at the same time.
It's going to be interesting to monitor. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I think also, if y'all paid real quick, if you paid attention to the preseason, Justin Fields played better. His problem was turning.
Yeah.
He's not turning the ball over. So now he's not turning the ball over. It was easy until you go with him. But I'm sorry, Lydia. Go ahead, so we can hear what your source says.
See, I'm mad at Arthur anyway because Arthur had a chance to get him in Atlanta.
Oh,
he had a chance to get him in Atlanta. He had a chance to get him in Atlanta. But he ended up saying
he's not going to let it go, man.
Mad.
Which is fine.
He's not going to let that go.
Matt Ryan does not fit his team. No one's going to respect a read option for Matt Ryan.
Said, you know what the problem is? You know what the problem is with y'all owner? I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. Said
he don't want to be great.
I thought you were gonna say 28-3.
Oh no.
I ain't seen it in a while. I know sooner or later it's gonna pop back up.
He will. Lady, hey, let's get your pick so we can move on to the next one.
So I think that it is no secret that I am always rooting for Tomlin. He is Omar Epps' big brother. And I'm looking at what I see for the Chargers. Even if Justin Herbert is questionable, that means that he is injured. He's not going to be at 100% even if he plays. So that's a factor. If he's not at 100%, originally my source said to take the Chargers plus the 3. Because it may be close or they could possibly win. However, I'm going to just go ahead and take Steelers money line. The Chargers can get as close as they want. I feel like Steelers money line is the best bet.
There we go.
Fun fact, Tomlin went to high school and grew up about 10 minutes away from me. Same high school as my mom.
Oh, you went to Denby?
Denby, yeah.
You
I didn't go to Denby, but my mother did. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
There we go. All right. Tua Tagovailoa. I got that right, lady.
Oh, this is gonna be
You
easy.
did. I'm so proud of you.
Tagovailoa has been placed on short-term IR, which means that we're going to get a male from
Skylar
the
Thompson.
WNBA to play quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, Skylar Thompson. Some comedian actually said that sounds like a name from the WNBA. It was the funniest thing I heard all week. I can't. I think I sent it to y'all in the chat. Listen, Miami's defense is not playing that great. Miami's offense is about to suffer. Tua's numbers are. I'm not Tua. Tyreek Hill's numbers are about to suffer. Jalen Waddle hasn't shown up at all in this season. I don't know what to think, but I do know what's happening. You're going from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast to take on Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks, who plan on DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Smith and Jigba, Charbonnet, their tight end, and their defense is angry. Let's read this line. The Miami Dolphins are plus 4.5 at minus 110. Their money line is plus 180. The Seattle Seahawks are minus 4.5 at minus 110. Their money line is minus 215. The over-under is set at 41.5, 115 for the over, 105 for the under. Jesse, who you got?
Yeah, it's hard not to side with the Seahawks in this. I mean, the Dolphins they're just deflated. I mean, you kind of saw that. I mean, they were getting their butts kicked last week and before Tua went down. But I think it's going to really deflate this team. It's going to be really interesting to see how a young player like Skylar Thompson and Tyreek Hill fit. I mean, Tyreek's going to get his. It's just not going to be nearly as much. But give me the Seahawks money line. Probably good spread too, but this is an easy win for the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'll say it's boy Kenneth Walker went down last week, so we know he's not available this week. Go ahead, Al.
No,
Charbonnet is good too.
Charbonnet is good. I'd have him on my fantasy team.
I get 10 points this week.
10 points. Yeah, I'm gonna follow Jesse, man. I'm gonna make this easy, man. I think McDaniels is a great coach. I think he's gonna he's gonna coach up Skylar Thompson. I don't know what you're gonna get with that, but it's hard. I mean, I'm not gonna outthink the room. Like I said, I'm gonna take the Seahawks money line, and like I said, maybe one of them games that they may be switching broadcast by the beginning of the fourth quarter because it could get bad.
Hey, y'all remember when Miami went up to Buffalo for the playoffs and they had a backup quarterback in there that gave Buffalo everything that they could handle? Y'all remember that? This ain't it. Give me Seattle money line.
Okay.
Yeah, the only question is right here is how much Seattle gonna win by.
Yep.
Yeah, again, I'm on this little boat here. Seattle money line.
Big boat with all this on it.
Yeah.
So
Seattle might take the over all by itself.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
My source did tell me to take the Seahawks with the spread. However, I was looking at the injuries, so I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take Seattle money line.
Got you. Who's on that list?
Jerome Baker, doubtful. Farrell Brown, questionable. George Fant, out. Derek Hill, questionable. How do you say Boy Mafe? Is that how you say his name? Questionable. Nwosu, out. Chenault, questionable. Wallace, questionable. Walker, doubtful.
Oh, got it.
There's a lot of people. So
So my running back is about to get a lot of fantasy points. Well, the good news is right now in my fantasy league, I'm winning 9.5 to nothing. It'll probably be the last time I have the lead once they kick the ball off.
So this week you may win. You have a good chance of winning. Congratulations.
No, I'm only up 9.5, and I had a guy play on Thursday night, and it wasn't a kicker. So you go figure.
And you're playing me, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Good luck.
No, man.
Yeah. Oh, wait. That's what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Let me give y'all Jesse's lineup. Okay. Josh Allen, Alvin Kamara, Keenan Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Who's your other wide receiver? Scott.
Smoked.
What's his name?
Zay
from Buffalo?
Flowers.
Nigga draft pick?
Shaquille. Shakir.
Mark Andrews,
Yeah, Rasheed Shakir.
Zay Flowers, Moody from San Fran, and the Browns defense. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm only winning right now. Yeah.
Were you part of the line draft pick, or they picked for you?
That's what I asked.
It just kept auto drafting. I was in it. I was trying to get it. Wouldn't let me. Once I was out,
I
was
remember
like, okay,
I asked him that before. Said I was like, did the computer pick for you? Like, what is this about?
But I do. I have a pretty good team. I have Jalen Hurts, Charbonnet. I have Allen now because Pikachu got hurt. I have Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, Perkerson from the Rams. I have Jalen Waddle, Hopkins, my kicker, and I have the Texans defense. Right? It should be solid, but they just all get hurt. And they just all get hurt. I'm wondering who's going down on my team this week. So
probably your win-loss record.
Did you pick Lady A? You picked.
Yeah, it says Seahawks money line.
Okay. All right. So we're on to the Carolina Panthers versus the Los Angeles Raiders. The Raiders did the thing last week when they went into Baltimore, fell down from behind, and pulled off a 10-point comeback in the fourth quarter. Maybe the Ravens should learn how to run the ball. The Carolina Panthers are still pretty terrible. They benched they benched Bryce Young in favor for
the Red Rocket.
The Red Rocket. I was waiting for you to say it. Thank you. The Red
That's
Rocket.
exactly what I said on my podcast today. The Red Rocket is back and ready to rumble.
I don't think it's going to help. That team needs a little bit more help other than the quarterback, right? They are pretty much awful. We will see what happens, though. They have to play the game. Let's look at this line. We got the Carolina Panthers at +6 at -110. Their money line is +220. The Raiders are -6 at -110. Their money line is -270. The over-under now is 39.5 at 120 for the over, and it's even at the under. Okay, Jesse, you rolling with the Rocket?
This is my one game. This is my one game where I normally go against the grain, and I'm going out on a limb here. The Raiders are flying high right now after they beat the Ravens. I think that was their Super Bowl for this year. I truly believe it. I think I'm not a fan of Minshew. Gosh, he needs to cut his hair.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, it's so ridiculous. Just and for that reason alone, I'm going Panthers +6. This is my one game. I do once every week. I pick a team that has no business being in it, and this is going to be the Panthers right here. They're not going to win the game. I don't believe that, but I think they're going to cover. Just the excitement, changing that quarterback. This quarterback change. Sometimes it does something for a team, and I believe it's going to be this one.
Well, Jesse, I'm glad you added that last caveat that you still didn't think they would win. Because I was going to say you picked the wrong time to go on a limb because Carolina is a bad team. I think the bad team home, they're a bad team traveling 2,000 miles. Andy Dalton, last time I saw him, you remember last time we saw him? He was in a Dallas. I think he was in a Dallas uniform for a little bit. And he was bad then too. So I'm not a believer. Give me Las Vegas money line because I think that adrenaline flow only going to last about maybe 2 quarters. Then they realize they're still the Carolina Panthers.
Very well could be right. Probably right. I'm just, like I said, I'm going out on a limb here. And listen, a Raiders home game, it's not really a home game. It's like
it's a party.
Yeah, there's no home field advantage to that team.
Who you say you're taking, Al?
Las Vegas money line. I'm just going to if it don't cost me no difference than 80 points to take the money line, I'm just going to take the money line.
Okay.
I learned that from Lady A last week.
Listen, it's no secret. Give me Vegas on the money line as well.
You know what?
Spread, you'd win more.
I'm kind of with Jesse on this one. I'm curious. I'm curious at the fact that Andy Dalton is starting. how much different will this offense be?
Yeah.
I'm curious. But at the same time, Vegas got my boy that's doing his thing. Brock Bowers is all over the place, like he's still in college. They can't find an answer for him, and he's been going off. But just like you said again, Minshew stinks. I mean, let's be real about it. Minshew stinks.
The last 10 minutes last week,
dude. He missed. He did. They dropped some picks. Minshew threw some picks that got dropped last week. They should have lost that game, bro. I watched the game, bro, because I was so mad about Brock Bowers. Anyway, we can't get them all. We can't get them all in Atlanta. I'm gonna try to though. So it's a toss up. You know, how close will it be with Andy Dalton with that +6? I don't know. Because I didn't watch a lot of this game because it was a blowout. So I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with everybody else. I'm gonna go with Vegas money line. I don't know what Andy Dalton has. Now, after I watch this game here and I see what Andy Dalton has, then I have a better gauge on what kind of squad they got. But right now,
Andy Dalton still stinks.
You said it. We don't know what Carolina is because Bryce Young was so bad. I mean, if you watch them, it was. I felt
it was a bad watch
bad for the kid.
It was a bad watch for him. When you play at Alabama, I'm sorry, Lady A. Let's get your pick first.
I just want to point out that the Raiders has a lot of people out. Important people. They have a longer list for injuries. Some of their key injuries. You have a defensive end, Max Crosby.
Oh my
God.
Max is going to play. Max is going to play.
I'm sorry, he's questionable.
Max is going to play.
He's questionable, but you got to keep
questionable. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, his ankle. But keep in mind, guys, when they have a player out there like this, when he comes back, he may not necessarily be 100%. So keep that in mind. Like that means that he has an injury. He may be good enough to play, but he may not be 100%. You got a linebacker out, cornerback. Defensive tackle, defensive end, like Tyree Wilson, his knee questionable. Christian Wilkins, knee questionable. I'm not even going to try to say Richardson's first name, hamstring, doubtful. So,
but they're playing the Panthers. You should rest the players.
The reason why I'm saying that is because for people who want to lay the points, that's a factor for me. I'm taking Raiders money line because of what I see. They're not necessarily out. Only their linebackers out right now, but that just means they're not at 100%. So it's iffy for me.
With that being said, that puts Jesse on an island by himself.
Jesse, look to your left.
Wilson!
Man alone.
Yeah, we got technical problems.
All right, just give me some sunblocker, and I'll be all right.
Look, what I was going to say before, Bryce Young, when you play at a school like Alabama, who have all 4 stars and 5 stars around you, and 4 stars that have built their way up to 5 stars around you, in a wall in front of you as an offensive line, until you play your 1 or 2 teams that are really tough when you get in the playoffs and stuff like that. This is a reality in NFL. Everybody's as good as Alabama was, right? Mm-hmm. And if you're not putting that time in the study and to find out what things are, then you this is what happens. Plus, he has. I'm gonna give a little bit of benefit of the doubt here. This is his second coaching staff in 2 years. Actually, his third, because they fired his head coach last year. Gave him a new offensive coordinator and all of this stuff. So this is a second offensive coordinator, probably really third. So it takes time. And this coaching staff has not invested into him. It was the previous coaching staff that did.
But Pitt, I'm going to say something to that. That would make a lot of sense if C.J. Stroud would just come from Ohio State in the same situation. He had 4 and 5 stars all day around him too. I think Stroud is showing that he's the better quarterback. And I was a believer in Young. And I think Young is just not that good. He's proven that he's a small quarterback to begin with, but he doesn't have Kyler Murray's athletic talents or Drew Brees' seemingly system and intellect to go along that made him a good passer. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Brent, he played with 4 and 5 stars, but so did CJ Stroud, and he's come
Yeah,
to
but
this
the
league.
difference is, what do you put in when nobody's looking? Are you putting the work in?
I don't think he's not putting the work in. From anything I've heard, from everything I've heard from people talking about it, that's not the problem. There's more of the things they put around him in the coaching staff they have around him that hasn't allowed him to shine. But nothing about Bryce Young that I've heard is anything about him not putting the work in or being a guy who's not studying is being the reason he's not succeeding right now. I think
At
it's more
what
about a
point do
lack
you
of
start to
time.
blame the player? At what point do you start to blame the player? Well, you still have the same
Well,
question
I think
before.
he's being made to make the scapegoat by the coaching staff, at least the head coach, because he has to do something. You can't keep losing in the fashion that they're losing and expect to keep your job. So you got to show that you're doing something to try to change it up, win or something. So he's being seen as the reason why, because he's the quarterback and everything, all the fame, all the blame goes to the quarterback.
That's true.
That's true.
Let's move on to our 10th game. We're at game number 10 right now with 5 more to go. We got the Baltimore Ravens traveling down to Texas to take on the Dallas Cowboys. All right, the Ravens are 0-2, and the Cowboys are 1-1. They looked really good in week 1. They looked really bad in week 2. The Ravens have had the lead in two games and come away with 2 zeros in the win column, right? Come away with 2 zeros in the win column. Is it because they're trying to figure out how to play with Derrick Henry and how to play with the lead? Or is it because Jim Harbaugh doesn't know how to coach anymore? We'll figure that out. Mike McCarthy has to have a bounce back game here, him and their defensive coordinator, because of what happened to them last week when New Orleans came in. All right, the Cowboys usually do not lose at home. So are they going to go 0-2 at home this season where they were so good last year at home? Let's look at the line. We got the Ravens at -1 at -110. Their money line is -115. The Dallas Cowboys are +1 at -110. Their money line is -105. The over-under is set at 47.5, with the over being -105 and the under being -115. Jesse, take your bias out of it. We know you're a Commanders fan. Who you got?
Not easy to do there, Pick. No,
I know.
This is a toss-up game. It really is.
Clearly.
I struggled with this one on my show earlier. The Ravens got to get off the snide at some point in time. They're too good of a team to go 0-3. Dallas, not sure what to make of Dallas at this point right now. I mean, as Al, you're a Dallas fan, they didn't do nothing really in the offseason to better this team. I don't know how Jerry expects them to actually do it. So I think they're going to struggle some this year. I don't think their win total is going to be nearly as high. I think they're going to hover around 9, maybe 10 wins if they're lucky. But man, this is probably the hardest game to pick in the whole lineup. I'm going to stay with the under. And if you have to twist my arm, bias might be included with this, but I'm gonna pick the Ravens to get off the snide. But if I were to bet, I would bet on the under.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Al.
Well, Jesse, you're preaching to the choir. If you watch any of our shows, anytime we've talked about, I've complained all year about all the last 2 months about the lack of movement that Jerry Jones has made for our roster, and the expectation is to do more with the same or less, which I think is kind of insane. But this is my insane pick every week. I think you can almost put it down every week. Dallas money line, because I just want us to win. I don't want to worry about a point spread when watching the game. I don't want to worry about it over or under. I just want to pull for the win. So each week, you can almost write me down for Dallas money line. And in history, that's what it's been doing. I'll be right at least 12 weekends out of 17. So Dallas with the money line is my pick. And I don't want to hear nothing else. I hope all y'all take Baltimore. All y'all take someone else. Leave me on the island by myself because Jerry's yacht's coming to pick me up. Let's go.
Jerry's yacht. Okay. Listen, before I get into what I'm doing right here, I'm stalling. I'm buying time. My man Michael said, I believe that the Baltimore Ravens return to dominance. Dallas to return and dominate Dallas and put McCarthy on the hot seat early this season. Hey, he said a whole mouthful right there. He said a whole mouthful in a couple of sentences. Listen, I think that Baltimore is just the more talented roster. It's just as plain as that, right? Especially on the offensive side of the ball. I do. I think that they're a little bit more talented on the offensive side of the ball. If you go receiver for receiver, right, I'm gonna take CeeDee Lamb. But if you go tight end for tight end, I'm gonna take Isaiah Likely, who's their second tight end, right? Isaiah Likely, and they do play him a lot. If you go running back for running back, I'm taking Derrick Henry, right? You guys have to load that box to stop Derrick Henry, and you know your safeties are not that big. You have to get to Derrick Henry early, which means you have to put people down in the box, which will allow Zay Flowers to do his thing versus your cornerbacks one-on-one. And you guys do have some talented cornerbacks, but I just believe that Baltimore will win this game.
31st ranked.
Yeah, well, true. Let me get them on the money line. Say it.
Gotcha. You say be more on the money line?
Yes, sir.
Just want to make sure.
And by the way, this will be my last time picking Baltimore if they lose this game.
I don't wear that.
Baltimore's gonna be in trouble.
I got a question to the Fireboy, the Cowboys
The delegation.
What we doing with Dalvin Cook?
Man, I hope they send him back where you got him from. Like I said,
he's a 4-down back. Run the ball, kick the ball back.
But have you seen? Have you seen him lately?
I'm asking the question.
You saw what he looked like for the New York Jets last year, and I thought he was just better than Breece Hall. The Jets were trash.
Jets was trash.
Breece Hall still produced. And just for the record, you heard it here first.
That was the reason why he.
The reason
why he left the Jets is because he wasn't getting used. That was the reason why he wasn't getting played.
He wasn't producing. Said Breece Hall was running the same plays, getting twice as many yards.
No. I know what you're saying. You're saying he's running the same plays. I'm saying he wasn't getting plays. Period.
Right.
That's why he wasn't getting plays. Some people need more than one play to get into the game.
How about we send Dalvin Cook back to New York, and they send us Breece Hall? Because I'll do that. I'll do it all day long. But like I said, Lamar Jackson will be 20-2 against the NFC.
The Cowboys don't know what they're doing at their own roster. We figured that out already. Jerry Jones went to DMV. They said he couldn't see. He didn't get a license. My daughter laughing at him. With that being said, give me B more money line. That's a true story, by the way.
Come on, make it. I want to buy myself. Go ahead, Lady A.
Hey, that's a true story, by the way, Al.
I heard that was a true.
We know that was a true story.
So my source says to take the Cowboys money line. Okay. And so here's the reason why. Baltimore's offensive line ranked 25 at the start in preseason because they lost 3 starters in their offseason, right? So think about it. They had a whole bunch of penalties just on week 1. Lamar has been running for his life. They have issues on their offense. Like let's not pretend that they don't. They have issues. That's why they're
every NFL team does.
Well, yeah, but I mean, compared to what they were last year, for instance, Baltimore is struggling. I mean, every team in the NFL doesn't have the record that Baltimore has. They didn't play the way that Baltimore has played. So with that said, that is the reason why I want to go with the under on this game, because I don't feel that Baltimore will be able to, be Baltimore and score like they normally would.
Okay.
They said.
With that being said, Al,
let me make a quick adjustment to mine real quick.
Go ahead.
I just realized that Dallas is getting one. So I might as well take that point. So
Mhm.
give me
You want to take the
Dallas
+1?
plus
You want to
one.
take the +1?
Plus
Give me
one.
plus one.
There you go. There you go, Al.
Smart man. I was wondering
You
to let
got
that
it.
ride.
You got it, Al.
With it being said,
You gonna
Al,
give
church
it to me,
left,
I'm
church
gonna take
right. You get the Wilson coming at you.
I'm so
You're
proud. You
being
learned.
on Cabo Island all along. That's
Yeah,
a bad
I'm
blue boat.
told you.
That's a bad.
Watch
blue
it. Watch how I come in. Watch how I come in with you.
All right, we're in our 4 o'clock games already. 4 o'clock window was really good for the NFL this week. We got San Fran and the 49ers. We got the San Francisco 49ers going to take on the LA Rams. Now, talk about receivers being gone. Cooper Kupp down.
Everybody down for San
Puka
Francisco.
Nacua down. The
Yeah.
Rams are on life support right here, right? Which is why this line looks the way that it does, because this is a
San
divisional
Fran is
game.
too.
Yes.
And that's
No,
what's crazy
no,
about
uh,
it. Jesse.
Nobody's playing.
I don't know what you're talking about right there, Michael, but is she drinking the cranberry juice? Oh, yeah, she must be drinking not cranberry juice. You talking about Lady A.
How am I drinking cranberry juice?
You
Because
gotta
I said my
drink-
source said that Dallas was going to win.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm good about
Look,
that. You gotta
let me get back to it. All right. So we got San Fran playing angry after a loss last week. Christian McCaffrey's still out. There, Mason has done a wonderful job. Debo's out in this game. Brandon Ayuk needs to step up. Jenkins needs to step up.
Kittle's out.
Kittle is out this week.
Kittle's out.
Kittle is out. This is a mash unit that both of these teams are putting on the field right here. So it's going to come down to coaching, really. So you have two geniuses right here in Kyle Shanahan and
Okay.
oh my God, why can't I say Sean McVay right here. So whoever does the better job of creating some kind of offense that they haven't seen, that the other team hasn't seen, which is a divisional game again, which, like I said, is where you should go with this one right here. Let's look at this line. You got San Francisco at -6.5 at -110. Their money line is -290. The Rams are +6.5 at -110. Their money line is +240. The over-under is set at 43.5, 105 for the over, 115 for the under. 115 for the under. Jesse, which way you going?
Yeah, this is the battle of the team that's hurt the least.
Yep.
I'm taking LA plus the 6.5. I think San Fran will ultimately win this game. But you said which play caller is best, and I like Sean McVay as a play caller. To be honest with you, I mean he's the one with the ring, right? Kieran Williams, he's my fantasy running back, so I got to ride with him. But San Fran is definitely going to win this game. But I like the points. 6.5, that's a lot, man. I think for this game. But yeah, I'm gonna take LA with the points.
LA with the points. Al.
Man, who knows? This game is just who's left. Who's left to play? It's almost like a scab game. I mean, is that many players are out for both teams? And whose backups are better? And that being said, I don't trust it. I don't want to bother with the spread. If I got to go with the better team, I hate going against a home dog getting 6.5. So I couldn't take San Fran with the points. So I'll take a money line just because they have more intact, I guess, in places that they can. Their offensive line is more intact. The problem that bothers me with LA Rams is their offensive line is shot right now. They're still trying to patch up what they can get from tackles and guards and everything. So if your trenches isn't right, I'll take the team with the more healthier offensive lineman. Give me San Fran money line.
I think San Francisco's defense is better intact as well.
Don't forget that we are still doing our anytime 5-leg parlay. So get your picks ready. Anytime TD 5-leg parlay. So get your picks ready for me there. let's not make this hard. All right. I think the San Fran will come out with the win, but because it is a mash unit versus a mash unit, I'm gonna take the LA Rams plus the 6.5.
I don't like you agreeing with me again, Toothpick. I don't think that's right.
I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't feel
I don't know
comfortable
what to tell
with
you.
I'm messing with you.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Don't feel bad, Jesse. You weren't the only one because I already had it written down myself. So
All
now,
right.
it was written down when I first saw it. You're right. There's a lot
You
of.
write
there's
my
a lot
picks
of
down
problems.
before I get to them.
I have mine written down. San Francisco has a lot of problems as well. Offensive line, George Kittle's not there. He's an extra blocker. Debo is not there. So we've already seen San Francisco quarterback can struggle when he don't have favorite targets out there to throw the ball to. Now we can go to the Rams. They still have Stafford. Stafford still throw their rock. If they get over, he's gonna throw the rock to get it to him. I mean, he's gonna hit him in the chest with it if he have to, but he's gonna throw it. The thing is, can they field enough pass catchers to get this offense to run the way it should run? They're playing at home. They should have a home field crowd in there. They should be raucous. I'm going with the Georgia Bulldog. Half.
Go get it.
Yeah, didn't get the points. That's
Al, you know, Al, I'm going to tell you this now. You've been out there on the island by yourself a whole lot. Sometimes that's not a good thing. I just want you to know.
Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it might not be a good thing, Sid.
Yeah, here you go.
I done found me a couple coconuts, baby.
I didn't pick yet.
Yeah,
That's how you feel.
Hey, I reneged on. Come on, lady. You know you going with the over. Come on, you're not kidding me.
Oh,
I mean,
actually,
you going the under.
my source has said the under.
You
So
going the
let's
under.
keep that real.
You
And I
going
want
the under.
to, but I do want to point this out. This line has changed quite a bit since it came out. It started at 375 for San Francisco's win.
Mm-hmm.
Even the over under went from 44.5 down to 43.5. So I do suggest the under, but I am going to take 49ers money line.
Yeah. I mean, you in the hole for Wilson there.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you.
All right.
Win back last week.
We good, Alvin.
That means Lady A, when she get on the island, boy, it's terrible out there.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
You're right.
She bring hot dogs, hamburgers. You can have barbecue.
Okay. Our next game we have the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. The Detroit Lions are 1-1. The Arizona Cardinals are 1-1. It seems like both of these teams at least one of these teams should be 2-0. Kyler Murray has rediscovered Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
For a quarter, for a half, and then he forgot about him again. They came away with the win, but could you imagine the numbers that he could put up if he constantly targets Marvin Harrison Jr.? The Detroit Lions, something's wrong, but I'm going to tell you what is right about the Detroit Lions. They have a pass rusher who wears number 97. He has Ablack on one side of his face. He has 15 sacks in 3 games.
How many?
Yeah. You heard me right. I'm sorry. He has 13. It's 13 sacks. He's chasing a record of 15 sacks. He's chasing a record of 15 sacks in the third game. If he gets a couple more sacks in this game right here, he's going to set an NFL record for the fastest of 15.
Yep.
So you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Aiden Hutchinson here, right? Let's look at this line. You got the Detroit Lions at -3 at -110. Their money line is -155. The Arizona Cardinals are +3 at -110. Their money line is +135. The over/under set at 51.5. 110 both ways. 110 both ways. Who you got, Jesse?
Yeah, I'm glad we're playing on Monday night because there's some good football games coming on tomorrow. Look, this is gonna be a high scoring game. I am a huge on the Detroit Lions this year. I think they got punched in the mouth against the Saints. But I'm definitely taking them for the win. I would also shoot the over on this.
Okay. Al.
Well, see, Jesse, we say a lot of things the same, but we say some things differently. I'm on Detroit a lot this year. I think Detroit's is the better team in this matchup. But I think Detroit learned something last week. I think they went away from their identity with a strong offensive line and a strong running game. They passed like 51 times last week because they let everybody told them that Tampa Bay's secondary was beat up and hurt, so you can pass all over them, and it took them outside their identity. And it took them outside there. I think they run the ball heavy with Montgomery and Gibbs this week. I expect a big game out of Gibbs, a touchdown, and maybe 100 yards, which means Detroit's going to control the ball. So I like the Detroit under. Arizona under in this game. I think Detroit's going to win.
You want under?
But,
You want Detroit?
I want Detroit under. Well, I want the under for the game. The under. I'm going to go under 51 and a half. I think Detroit's going to run the ball. Shoot, I think 7+ touchdowns is going to be a lot in this game. And that's what we need to get you to get the 51 and a half. So we need to have 7 touchdowns and a field goal. That's a lot of scoring. I think Detroit's going to run the ball, control the clock. So give me the under. But I think Detroit. I think Detroit's going to win them.
Listen, give me Arizona plus the 3.
Kyler balling out though.
Yes,
Give me Arizona plus the 3.
I had to tell them last week about Kyler, but this week they're gonna jump right on it. This week gonna jump right on it this week. Detroit, their first game on the road. I think Arizona plays just as good defense as Detroit, and Hutchinson is not gonna have a statue back there, so it won't be no 3 sacks before halftime, 5 for the game. It ain't gonna be none of that. So give me Arizona as well plus 3.
Okay. I like it, you guys. I'm taking the over.
Oh, she said she's taking the over.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't think it's going over.
Okay.
As much as everybody expects this game to go over, I don't think this one's going over.
Okay.
All right, we're moving to Sunday night now. We got the Kansas City Rams. God,
Whoa.
come on, bro. Come on,
Easy.
He about to get beat up. Y'all don't even know. He's going to get beat up if he don't fix this really quick.
We got the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Atlanta Falcons. I think this is the Chiefs' first time away from home this season. The Atlanta Falcons are flying high off of a Monday night win, a short week. The Chiefs didn't play as well as they wanted to versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Maybe they focused up a little bit more. They are dealing with the loss of Rashid. They're dealing with the loss of Pikachu. And their defense has got to recover from what Joe Burrow did to them. Let's look at this line. We got the Chiefs at -3, -115. Their money line is -170. The Atlanta Falcons are +3 at -105. Their money line is +145. The over-under set at 46.5. 110 both ways. 110 both ways. Jesse, which way you going?
I'm gonna keep this simple. As much as I like what the Falcons are doing, but give me the Chiefs money line.
KC money line. Al.
A man after my own heart, man. I think this Pikachu, whatever you call him, being out, he forces Patrick Mahomes to do what he want to do, throw the ball. The last time he was,
we got technical difficulties here. We missed half of what you said.
My bad.
I'm sorry. I said I think with the I think with the running back being out for Kansas City, it forces Kansas City to be what they want to be. A player puts it in Patrick Mahomes' hands. I like KC money line easy. The last time Patrick Mahomes was in Atlanta, he threw a ball that traveled 70 air yards. I think we're going to see him air it out again. Kansas City money line. Let's keep it moving.
Kansas City money line.
Oh, you pick. Okay, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was so quick that time. I couldn't believe it. With that being said, I'm not gonna pick against my squad. Give me Atlanta +3.
Yeah. Just pointing it out, Kansas City has not won against the spread this year. And they're 1-1 as a 3-point favorite. So it's kind of like a toss-up for me. I'm also taking Atlanta +3. I think
Wow.
I
All
think
right,
it
Sid,
may
you thought you was gonna be out there by yourself.
no, because I feel like it may be a close game. So I'm gonna take Atlanta +3.
Okay. We have two Monday night. Oh, look at who checks in. Look. My main man Ron O'Neal checks in today. Ron O'Neal.
Hey,
Okay.
Ron.
We got two Monday night games. The first Monday night game kicks off at 8:15,
Yeah.
followed by the main event. I'm sorry, at 7:15. At 7:15. 7:30 East Coast time, and followed by the main event kicking off at 8:15 East Coast time. Let's get to this first one right here real fast. We got the Buffalo Bills hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence has not looked like Trevor Lawrence of old, or maybe he has looked like the Trevor Lawrence of old. The Buffalo Bills went down to Miami, handled their business. They had a couple of days off, a lot of time to rest, and they're hosting Jacksonville right now. They are 2-0. Jacksonville is 0-2. Let's look at this line. You got Jacksonville +5 at -110. Their money line is +200. The Buffalo Bills are -5 at -110. Their money line is -240. The over-under is set at 45.5, 115 for the over, 105 for the under. First thing, before anybody makes their pick, let me say this. Gene, your team is 2-0. You can stop being an angel in the outfield now. All right? Okay, Jesse. Who you got?
Look, I'm riding with my season beginning MVP, Josh Allen. I think he's going to wind up getting the MVP this year for what he's going to do with no weapons. Obviously, I like the Bills laying the points in this game. Jags are they're just not a good team right now. Trevor Lawrence is not playing well. And I think Buffalo, a lot of people said that they were going to be, have a downtrodden year this year. I don't think so. I think Josh Allen's that good, and he's going to claw this team to a late playoff run.
Got you, Al.
Oh man, a funny stat I heard this week is that I think Trevor Lawrence is like 2-0 against Buffalo, against Josh Allen. It's something crazy like that. I think he had
Mhm.
beat him 2 times. But you all know me. I'm a homer. I'm gonna ride with another former teammate of mine, Sean McDermott, and the Buffalo Bills. I don't pick against my guys. I don't pick against him. I don't pick against Mike. Give me Buffalo money line. And I'll go down with my dogs. Let's go.
I think that Buffalo's defense is starting to feel better about themselves. They lost a lot of pieces during the offseason, but they're starting to see that those pieces have been replaced by better players, I'm gonna say, right? Their run defense still leaves a little something for me to desire. I want their run defense to be better. But I'm also going with Buffalo here. 5 is a number that I can live with.
Buffalo. You sure, Pitt? You gonna lay the 5?
Let him lay down quickly.
Indeed.
Okay.
Let him.
That being said, I think the Jags are
Y'all
gonna play better on the road, and I'm gonna take the Jags, Herbal Essence, plus that 5.
That's one of Lady A's favorite players because she likes how his hair flows when he takes his helmet off.
Well, when he takes his helmet off, it's not wet. He's not sweating. It's perfect. And I'm like, he thinks he's in the Herbal Essence commercial. Every time he takes his helmet off, he's like this, and his hair is just blowing in the wind. I don't want to call him fabulous because that gives a different thought process, but he's just amazing. With his hair is amazing.
He has a cooling fan inside of his helmet.
Got to. I mean, like it's ice around his neck or something. I don't know what he's doing, but I will also take the Jaguars plus the 3. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone who knows me. And that's that. I'm not going to give a reason. Yeah, I know the reason.
It's time to get on to the main event. Man,
when you stop calling this a main event.
I mean,
Main
event of what?
it is the
main
night game. It's the prime time game.
massacre. That's what you should call it, man.
Haters
It's
going
going
to
to
hate.
be what?
Haters going to hate. Listen,
All the time.
the Washington Commanders are coming in with a kicker. The
Kicker. Got one.
NFC special team player of the week. My
Mhm.
man went 7 for 7, which means ice his leg because we're going to need him again.
Really?
One person's leg that we didn't see last week was our punters. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure he needed the week off because he's probably going to be doing a lot of punting this week. Let's hope our defense plays a lot better.
You
That
do.
nonsense out of your mouth.
Right.
No.
Let's
Speak
I'm
the
being
truth,
real right
brother.
now.
Speak
Listen.
the truth.
let's
Speak the
let's
truth.
hope
The truth shall set
that our
you free.
defense
like that at
plays
all.
a lot better this week. John Allen, Deron Payne, two people who normally take pride in their work, said they played pretty bad last week and they need to get a dominant performance going this week, which is absolutely true. The Cincinnati Bengals should be getting T. Higgins back this week. Jamar Chase is pissed off because of last week. Joe Burrow is angry because he feels as if he outplayed Patrick Mahomes again and walked away with another walked away with another L. Let's look at this line, okay? We got the Washington Commanders at +7 at -105. Their money line is +270. The Bengals are -7 at -115. Their money line is -340. The over-under is set at 47.5. It's even now for the over. The under is -120. -120 for the under. Okay, Jesse, how you playing this game?
They get
My
Sure,
burgundy
such a
colored glasses are is being taken off. Okay, I got the Bengals winning this game, but I'm going to put the number 2 out there. Okay, that's how many times Tressway has punted this season, twice.
This is true. This is true.
Every other, we have not given the ball away. We have
Nope.
not turned it over on downs.
Right.
Every other drive has been a scoring drive or a chance to score, not the team's fault that we missed a couple field goals in that first game. The red zone offense, we've had some issues with penalties. We can score. We can move the ball. Our offense is good. And I know Al said earlier that the Giants outplayed us. I do not believe that one bit. I don't think it was that close. I think
The Giants don't believe that.
yeah, they definitely didn't outplay us. I have us. I'm taking the points in this. I think this game's going to be a lot closer than most people actually think because I think we can score points, and I think we're going to score points in this game. I just know that Jamar Chase and T. Higgins is on the other side of that field, so I'm being a realist here. I don't think that we have a chance of winning this game, but I think we can get it closer than 7.
Okay, Al.
I'm going to surprise you all with this, I think, because I want to take Cincinnati money line and just talk about how bad you all are and how much I wish you all would lose and all those other things. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say that your offense has been surprising and it seems very sustainable in the sense that, like you said, you all don't punt much. I don't know that outside of last week, Cincinnati did a lot to instill a lot of faith in them. So I'm stuck between taking the points with you all and Cincinnati money line. I wouldn't. I can't say. I can't. I'm about to say I wouldn't be surprised if y'all could win this game, but I would be.
There's pressure on Cincinnati too. That plays a
Yeah,
factor as well.
A lot of pressure, and you're in Cincinnati. Give me Cincinnati money line I'm not going to out-take.
Money
Give me
line,
Cincinnati
gotcha.
money line.
All right, listen.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make this short and sweet.
Yeah, right.
47.5. We're gonna score with Cincinnati. Give me the over.
Ooh, go ahead. Scared money don't make no money.
Get that money, ball.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna have to score in this game. I'm gonna roll with Jesse this time. I'm gonna take Washington another week plus a 7. Those are just too juicy.
I'm sorry.
Lady A. Yeah, he said it was juicy.
He want to find. That's all. He just want to find. I too am taking Commanders plus the 7. I do have faith that my team will at least make it close if they don't win. So I'm going to go ahead with the Commanders plus the 7. And I feel like with the Bengals historically, like for real, it's been a lot of teams that we've played and people are like, oh, they should lose. They're going to lose and we'll win the game. I mean, that's traditionally how it goes. So
I would love to have a victory Tuesday.
We should test these fandoms that these 3 people right here said. A true fan would went on the women and said Redskins money line. And that
The Redskins aren't playing.
Huh?
The Redskins aren't
Commanders.
playing.
You know what I mean.
Alvin, I think that you forget.
Here go the one you should have had earlier.
There you go. There you go. But I think you forgot. As far as me, I can truly say that I'm a realist when it comes to
Me too.
my team. And you've been in our chat. I've said some things on game day when I'm fussing. Some people need to go sometimes, and I'll say it. You know, some people are messing up, and I'm gonna say it. You know, so my fandom is I'm here. I'm still here.
The slushy machine will be on all day tomorrow.
Held on high.
It's gonna be on. Yes.
What's your that thing?
Tomorrow we're doing hurricanes.
Ooh,
that's my boy. Look here.
Come on over, Sid. Come on over.
Give me a plastic cup.
Come on over. Come on over. We'll
get the red cup. You gonna bring your own red cup?
I'm gonna stop by quick and give me a styrofoam cup.
Sid, get some wings and we'll get them hurricanes are flowing. Listen, we got to do our anytime TD parlay. Here's the rules: no quarterbacks. Right? No quarterbacks can go in here, but they will have to have either a catching, a rushing, or receiving touchdown. All right. While you guys think about your players, I'm just going to tell you one that I've spotted from earlier. All right. I got Marvin Harris at plus 107. I got Kyler Murray at plus 135. I got Brandon Ayuk at plus 112. Travis Kelce at plus 123. He is playing, right? Yeah. Okay. Chris Godwin, Lady A's favorite, at plus 116, and J.K. Dobbins at plus 155. I'll tell you what that is after we do ours. We're doing $10 here on our anytime TD. Lady A, do you want to go first?
Yeah. So I want to switch it up a little bit. You know, I would go with Chris Godwin every week, but because he was a sleeper. But I'm going to go with someone else who may possibly be a sleeper as well. And that is Bucky Irving.
What team? Yeah.
So this will be he's with the Bucks. Keep in mind the Bucks are playing
running back.
The Bucks are playing the Broncos.
That'd be like plus 400 something. Probably.
Bucky, he's plus. He's plus 190. He's the rookie. He's their rookie running back.
Yep.
All right, Sid, are you ready?
Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara.
Good one.
Sid's taking Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is minus 245.
Oh, never mind. Go with hold on. Let me get you another one.
You killing us
If
over
you
there.
put them all together, it won't matter. You put it all together, it's still a good product.
No.
Now he wanted to get the plus for
Give
everything.
me
You must that plus
what's the boy
5,000.
name from Pittsburgh?
Pickens?
Running back
Running back?
Oh,
You talking
Najee
Najee Harris.
Najee Harris.
Mm,
Hold on.
okay.
Let me see what we got for them. What? Pittsburgh. Wait, bets. Let's go. Hold on. What just happened? Said you killed this. You
He broke
killed us over here, said. You're breaking it. What? Let's go
Broke the
back.
internet.
Let's go back. Players. Okay, hold on. Oh, Pittsburgh. Okay, here we go. Najee Harris is plus 132.
There you go.
All right. Al.
I'm a homer again. I want to say Justin Fields for a touchdown, but said Najee Harris. I don't think they're gonna score 2 touchdowns. So give me CD with another touchdown catch 2 weeks in a row to get back on.
Good call.
We're gonna do this.
CD Lamb is at minus 124.
Mm.
Jesse, who you got?
I'm sorry, I'll bring that up. I'm gonna go Sam Laporta.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Sam Laporta with
Detroit.
Detroit, yeah. He's Sam Laporta is
UT win. UT is win. I owe you.
Yeah, they are. It's not even this. It's not even
Sam Laporta.
Sam
does-
Laporta. He's plus 145.
Okay.
Plus 145. Listen, I'm gonna go back to that Kyler Murray. Well, I told you guys earlier that he was that Marvin Harris Jr. is plus 107.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Marvin Harris Jr. at plus 107.
Okay.
All right, so that's 5, and I'm gonna tell you guys what $10 would get us right now. $10 would pay us out $842.44.
Beautiful.
With that
Let's
money,
hit this one. But hey, I feel
Awesome.
good about this one this week. I like Bucky Irvin. I like Najee Harris. I like CD Lamb with a catch. Sam Laporta and Marvin Harris Jr. I like it. Those two actually give us a boost, so that's plus 600 because it's the same game. So once we place this bet, the First String Podcast Christmas party is going to be looking real good. We got to hit one of these one day.
Hey, drinks on pick.
go.
Drinks on all of y'all.
we
I got a whole bunch here.
in it. Yeah.
Got a whole bunch. Matter of fact,
You got to hold.
I'm gonna give you a ball of that Diddy. I gotta get rid of it.
I don't need no Diddy. I don't need no Diddy.
Wait, if you don't, where's the fine? Say it gotta be fine.
Please, God. You have been grabbing
Hey,
big roll.
Bruce Glassman with Derrick Henry.
Oh, Jameer, I
yeah.
had Jameer, but I think isn't he minus something?
And Jameer Gibbs. I don't know how much that pays out, right?
Obviously,
Well,
getting in his own too.
There
Couple
is what you
parlays.
said also. Yeah. So that's our five. That's ours for the week. Listen, follow me on Twitter or follow Said and Lady A because I'll retweet it to theirs too. I may retweet it to Alvin's as well. Who our guest is going to be on Tuesday. I'm going to send it out early. You're going to have to wait all day to find out who it is. Just stick by, follow us on Twitter or X as it is. I'm Toothpick74 on X. You can follow me on Facebook as well. It'll be there at Will Grooms, or you can catch our First String Podcast Facebook page as well. So Tuesday, we'll come to you guys with the live show at 8:30 Eastern with our guest to be named on that morning. All right. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for watching out. Say it. Did we cover everything?
Yeah, we did.
All right. Well, you know how it goes. Shouts out to my son, United States Air Force. First String Podcast, second to none. Come get some. Tell them, Said,
No dogs.
raise hell.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace them up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. can't describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gonna be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in. Like, subscribe, recommend to a friend.